New trailer for Wednesday dropped here. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. I'm going to bring this up here for us to discuss, and I'm going to read this article just like Christian does. Where is
Are you
it
going to
here?
stumble on all the words?
No, I'm not.
Also,
I'm
not
actually
like Christian does.
no. I'm very well spoken. So
Ha ha ha! That was my jab at you, Christian, to see if you're actually watching the show.
Some people said he's pissed in the chat, but
I know, but the thing is, he's not, because he doesn't like when this becomes a political show. We didn't speak about anything political.
No.
You said in your personal life you were gearing up to watch a show. I asked you why. Christian would have had nothing bad to say about that conversation. Exactly. I think he's probably stoked with us that we're here doing his show while he is off gallivanting.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, sitting in the lawn chair outside.
Yeah,
his house with the Mai Tais. Anyway, Netflix has premiered the first trailer for the. Oh wait, are we both on the screen? Okay, good. Yes, Netflix has premiered the first teaser trailer for the highly anticipated second season of its smash hit dark comedy horror series Wednesday. In addition, they've announced the air dates for the new run, with part 1 coming on August 6th and part 2 coming on September 3rd, as we discussed release dates. It's expected the new season will again be 8 episodes, but it's not clear how many will be in each part. Jenna Ortega returns as Wednesday Addams and is joined by 4 returnees who've been upgraded to regulars for the new season. Oh, shout out to their bank accounts. Luis Guzman and Catherine Zeta-Jones as her parents, Gomez and Morticia, Isaac Ordonez as Pugsley, and Luyanda Unati Luis Naewo, I hope I said that right, as Richie Santiago. Also back are various classmates from Emma Myers to Hunter Doohan. Also joining the cast for the new run are Steve Buscemi, who will, from what I understand, become the new principal, replacing Gwendolyn Christie, Billy Piper, Noah Taylor, Evie Templeton, Joanna Lumley for you Ab Fab fans, Tandy Newton, Francis O'Connor, Haley Joel Osment, which we hope he's getting some help after that traffic stop, Heather Matarazzo, Christopher Lloyd, and Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga, of course. The new season will be darker, more daring, and have more of a horror tone. Damn it, you got me all. Then the first is June High School romance angle. Alfred Goff and Miles Millar are the writers and showrunners, with Tim Burton executive producing. The first season remains Netflix's most watched English language series, along with scoring 4 Emmy wins from 12 nominations. All right, Roxy, what do you think?
Netflix's most watched English language show?
Series, yeah. Pretty surprising.
And not only is that surprising, but so the first part of this second season doesn't drop until August, and then the second part September. For a TV show, dropping this teaser in April, it shows that they're like, this is one of our biggest of the year.
Yeah,
that's quite a bit of headway. So I really like Wednesday. I had so much fun with it. Again, at the time, I was doing World Goals with Darina, and we really felt like Wednesday and Enid. Is that how
Enid, her friend? Yeah.
I'm so Enid. Like Enid and I are like this. I mean, we have the same personalities half the time. I'm obsessed with her. So we loved it, and I loved the show in general, and I'm really looking forward to this. I am surprised that this is the #1 watched English language series for them. That is unbelievable. You would think Stranger Things.
Yeah, you would think Stranger Things, but apparently the way, especially because both of them are kind of darker in tone, although there's a bit more comedy in Wednesday than there is necessarily in Stranger Things. But I mean, they would appeal to the same age bracket and age demographic, you would argue, with it. But apparently this is the one that is the top English language. I imagine Squid Game is the top overall of any language possibly on Netflix, but this is for English language.
Huge. I don't think, if you had just asked me top of my head, what are the top 5 Netflix shows, I don't know that Wednesday would have come to mind, because I really did love it, but it's not top of mind for me. And so I think it's smart that they're releasing this now to get us excited. I think it's also smart that they're going to do that 2-part drop, so that's not just all at once. We're August and September. This is exciting. Jenna Ortega rules. That's how I feel.
That's great.
All right, let's talk about Stitch Fix. I know shopping's hard. I know it is. I found a much better way to do it, though. Stitch Fix, online personal styling, and makes it so easy. I'm not a shopping person. Doesn't matter. Even if I can figure out my size, stores never seem to really have what I need in stock. Then I'm not a crowds person. I'm not a lines person. I don't have the time for it. Stitch Fix, it gets you a stylist who understands your style, understands the size, gets the budget, They do all the shopping for you. So I just give my stylist the one that I have right now. I give them the size, I give them the style, I give the budget preferences. I order boxes when I want, how I want, no subscription required. And he just sends me for pieces, pluses, outfit recommendations, styling tips. It's awesome. I keep what works and then I send back the rest. It's very easy. There's no stores, there's no crowds, there's no stress. Just personalized looks that you're going to love. Stitch Fix makes it all so easy. And it looks like you know what you're doing, too. If you're walking around, you go, hey, look at you. You're in style. I said, I know, right? And then I give Stitch Fix some props. Anyway, make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/KHS. One more time, stitchfix.com/KHS.
You watch the show?
I did. I watched it months later after it had already aired. I almost did reaction videos to them, but I thought it was way past the time. But I watched it. That took me about 3 days to finish the series. Because I'm not really its target demographic, but I enjoy I grew up with the Addams Family, you know, the black and white versions, and then the movies with Raul Julia and Angelica Houston that were so great. It was nice to see Christina Ricci back, and I like Gwendolyn Christie.
For sure.
Yeah, and Jenna Ortega is just, she's awesome how she's blowing up, and so
I think she's so talented. Just watching her, I love to watch her.
Yeah, right. But people talk about Florence Pugh, but like, I hope at some point Jenna makes that jump to be just as big on the theatrical side of things, because she is so gifted at such a young age with her
What's
abilities.
the comparison to Florence Pugh?
Well, Florence Pugh came in and like immediately as a young actress, people were trumpeting her as an incredibly layered, complex, nuanced actress who can really deliver these fantastic performances in multiple types of genres of shows and movies. Like what Little Drummer Girl, and then what she did on screen with like Lady Macbeth and these. Oh, no, sorry, I forget what it was called, but like these other films that are throughout that she was a part of. And so it's just this mixture of people like she's like so incredibly talented, like at such a young age, with Little Women. And I think Jenna needs to be in that mix, but she needs that like big theatrical feature. I think that's going to get people to see how good she really is across the board. Because this is the series.
How old is Jenna?
Oh, good question. How old is Jenna?
Because Florence is almost 30. I think of Jenna as, because Jenna, I think the first time I saw her was in You. It might not have been, but
that series.
When she was on You, I remember watching her when she looked about 14. So I think of Jenna as so young. I don't think of her and Florence in the same age group. Are they in the same age group?
They're both in their 20s. So yeah, I mean, Florence Pugh is 29. Jenna is 22 right now.
Okay. Okay. So she's got time. I mean, in the next 7 years, do I see Jenna Ortega being as big as Florence Pugh is now? Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I really think she could, but in your 20s, that 7 age gap, it's kind of, it's meaningful in your career. So
yeah.
Especially because of the like conversations that Jenna's had where, Christian all the time is harping on how she said some things that he doesn't think are super smart, but now she's gotten better with her PR. Like, do you remember when she came out and said she had COVID when filming Wednesday? And
yes, that was
and it was like, why'd you say that? Why'd you?
Right.
So I think she's done some foot and mouth things that it's like, you're young, so of course you're going to say things that are not the best thing to say. So I think she'll get better at that.
But I think that's the comparison. These two, and this is happening more and more, Roxy, and I'm sure you monitor this or catch this as well. Like a lot of young actors coming into the business, they don't come in with that wide-eyed thing anymore like before. Like they're coming in and they're like, I'm producing my own stuff. I'm executive producing my series, my shows. I mean, Diego is executive producer on Andor. Like you're seeing Margot Robbie's, started her own production company and to build her. So you're seeing more and more. Florence Pugh is the same thing. Like she is a producer or an EP on just about everything she's involved in now. And she hasn't even got out of her 20s yet. And I think that's what you're seeing. And I think Jenna does the same thing. Jenna came in very clear about what she wants to do and who she wants to be and how to control her brand and the work she wants to see coming out of her brand. And like the other thing she said that got her in trouble is that she rewrote some of the scripts for Wednesday. And
I remember that.
A lot of people who represent the WGA were coming out and giving her crap for saying that, because people have a thing within the creative community of actors claiming to write stuff and they feel it denigrates writers. So, you saw all of that as well. But as you said, she's only 22.
Yeah.
We've all said stupid stuff.
Oh my God. I said the dumbest stuff at that age. Like, so I would be mortified if people were like, this is, I thought I was the bee's knees. Like I said such
Yeah.
stupid stuff. So I give her a lot of credit. It's a lot of power really early on. To your
Yeah.
point though, John,
Yeah.
do you think that that's a good thing or a possible
Which one?
future bad thing? The
Which one?
fact that people are coming in younger and having more ownership over their careers and more power early on.
I think it's a good thing. I'm always in favor of players or actors or people who are in service of a larger corporation being in charge of themselves, being self-possessed, believing in themselves and knowing their worth when they walk through the door. Because corporations will dismiss you and toss you out at a moment's notice. Team owners will drop you from their squad the second they can, you get injured or whatever. So if you can control your ascension, I think it's actually really important. It doesn't mean you're not going to make mistakes. It doesn't mean you won't, maybe, as you said, being young, saying dumb things that might affect your brand. But look, you said it, so you own it. And I think there's something about that I like, that actors are coming in with much more control of their own products, so that the projects rather, so they don't get abused by producers or directors or studio heads and executives, which we've heard numerous stories of for decades, and so I kind of like it. Not everyone's doing it, but the ones that are, I think, it's good. And it's usually the really talented ones, Roxy. It's usually people see that are really talented from the beginning. They're given this kind of rope to do what they want to do,
Yeah, absolutely. I hear you. I think that it is very challenging. And this is whether you have the power or not, when you are young coming into the industry, to figure out a way to somehow know how grateful you should be for the opportunity.
Right. Yes.
I think that it's challenging when you are so young. If I was successful when I was starting when I was 14, I don't think I would want it as bad as I want it now. I don't think I would work as hard as I work now. I
Right.
don't think I would be as on point every single time I walk into a room as I am now, because
Right.
it feels less earned. And so if you pair that with power early on too, it does make me a little bit nervous that you think that like you have all of the cards, and I know at that age I wouldn't have been able to in my teens and in my early 20s. If you were like, oh yeah, you've got it all and you've got the power and you have full control, I think it would have been a mess for me.
Yeah, I mean,
good on them if it's better for them, but it also comes with great power comes great responsibility. John,
hey,
so.
I think I heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
But I also think kids are growing up at younger ages nowadays, right? With the access to everything they have, they're maturing. I don't mean maturing in that they're able to do whatever, like but they're being more aware of the world. And so the ones that are born with this kind of intelligence and perspective that you need to succeed in the business of Hollywood, it's great to see that there are avenues for them to be able to achieve that success in that way and to control their brand from the beginning. So. By the way, I want to remind you all, we're at only 17 super chats. We're trying to beat Roxy from yesterday to 85, beat herself, so to speak, at 85. So, come on, people. We've been giving you some great comments and commentary over the last 40 minutes. Send in your super chats. Help us beat 85 here before we go into tomorrow and Friday, because those superhero boys, they love to think they're the bee's knees and win. So let's get the victory on this side, Roxy.
Never are we paired together, so definitely send them in. But also, so you guys know, I think you guys know the behind the scenes of how this works is that Christian gives whoever wins that week a bonus. So it is only good for me to beat myself from yesterday, because then not only do I get it, but then John gets it. So that's how it works, guys. Come on, show up to show out. Come on.
Disney Plus isn't cheap, y'all. Watching these shows, come on now.
Disney Plus. Do you have Netflix?
I have Netflix. Yes.
I spend $26 a month on Netflix.
Yeah. I have them all. I have Max. I have Peacock. I have Hulu, and
Netflix is the most expensive, right?
Netflix is the most expensive. Yes. Although Max would give it a run for its money, because it's like Max is $200 now for a year, and you break that up into it's still not as much as Netflix, but it's a pretty penny. It's almost $15. So yeah.
Yeah, but there's the under 20s and then there's the over 20. And
Yeah,
it's
right.
that's
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
That's true. That's
It's a
true.
lot of money.